Class 10C, today we'll study our first chapter, that is periodic properties and variation of properties. In this chapter we'll focus on different properties, how these periodic properties varies in your periodic tables. Let's start, let's go through or recall our previous part, that is modern periodic table. In this you will see that you know it very well that this entire periodic table is divided into two parts, and in this you will see that periods are there as well as groups. You know it very well that the period is always 7 horizontal rows. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, these are the 7 horizontal rows, and horizontal means in this manner. Whenever you read your period, you will read in this manner. And groups, if you understand groups, there are 18 vertical columns. Vertical means in this manner whenever you are focusing on your modern periodic table. So you have to read your group in vertical way. So in this you know it very well that 118 elements are placed in your modern periodic table, and your modern periodic table, I have placed this picture over here, it looks like it. And in this you'll see, whenever you are seeing, if I ask you please see this modern periodic table and tell me where is the chromium, you look the picture and you'll put your finger here because chromium is placed over here. But if I ask you in which group and in which period it is present, then you will automatically look towards this period, because you know it, whenever you have to focus about period you will look through horizontal way. So in this manner it is present in the fourth period. And if you focus on the groups, then automatically you say ma'am it is in group 6, because you are reading in vertical form. 6 group, if you see in the Roman forms, that is 6b. You have to focus in it that whenever you are writing your answer for groups, you have to use the numeric number instead of Roman number, because Roman number is an old form of writing your group number. So this is the way how you can judge that particular element is present in which group and in which period. In the same manner, if I ask you some other element, say magnesium, so again you will, by looking the picture, you put your finger here. But in period, if I ask you in which period, in which group it is present, you will automatically say ma'am in third period and in second group. Now again look through this periodic table and you will see that this entire periodic table, there are different group numbers written on the top. And you will also see this periodic table, then you will see that different elements are given different names. Let's focus one by one. In group 1, all the alkali metals are placed, right? They all are metals. In group 2, all alkaline earth metals are placed, they are again a metal. Then if you go towards this side, like 13 group, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, over here you'll see that as we go towards this side, most of the time you'll see the non-metals are placed. Just start from here, from carbon, like 14 group, then 15 group, 16 till 17, all the non-metals are placed, right? Again you focus on the group 17, which is there in your course, all halogens are present. 18 group, again it's a inert gas, it's not a metal, it's not a non-metal, it's inert gases, noble gases or the rare gases. 18 groups, in this all these elements are present. Now again focus over here in the middle of your periodic table, blue portion, all the transitional elements are placed. You'll see your periodic table, the main body is looking like it, but if you see the bottom of the periodic table, you'll see the inner transitional elements are placed. In inner transitional elements you see two series, this entire inner transitional elements, two series is been placed, or you can say it is divided into two series, that is lanthanide series as well as a actinide series. Again you will see, I am again focusing on the main body of your periodic table. Please look your 6th period and the third group. You will see this 50, the atomic number is 57, and just see over here lanthanum is present. In this lanthanum, basically all the lanthanide series are placed over here, means 14 elements. Just if you see over here, it's 14 elements, and these 14 elements are placed below it. They are not placed in the main body because it's not having that much space. That's why in the main periodic table we have placed these inner transitional elements over here. Again you go to the actinium part, that is just see the atomic number 89. Actinium It's come in 7 period, again in the same group, that is third group. Again these 14 elements are placed over here, they are not placed in the main body. Now in this manner you can see the different ways how you can place these elements, but we have to focus on few things. Let's start with our main thing, and that is, once again I am recalling with it. Like for example, we have this element, say sodium, right? You see there are two numbers. You know this number is what? That is atomic number, and this number is your mass number. These numbers are important because it will help you out to complete your chapter. Now focus on it. Again we'll see that the modern periodic table, you understand it before also, that this entire table was arranged on the basis of atomic number, not your mass number or not your atomic weight, but the entire modern periodic table was arranged at atomic number. Now again, if in your previous part you have seen, if I ask you by looking this element, tell me in which group or in which period it's present. Now what you have to do, you have to focus on the atomic number instead of the mass number. Now what you will do, you'll write down this element, you'll write down its atomic number, you'll write down its electronic configuration, which you have studied in your previous classes. You know how to write down its electronic configuration, and you have to focus on the number of shells and the valence electron. Let's start with the first part, that is the shell. You know, we have discussed in class 9th also, whenever we want to focus on shell, we always count this electronic configuration part, that is 281. Now it is 1, you know it, K element, or 1 2 3. So how many shells are there for sodium? That is 3 shells. 3 shells means total number of shells are how many in sodium? 3. It's mean in which period it is present? It is present in third period, right? So this is the way how we can calculate the period. Similarly, if you want to calculate the group, you will always focus on its valence electron. So how many valence electrons are there? There are 1 valence electron. 1 valence electrons, it means in which group it is present? It is present in first group, that is first A.